Here he comes. He's coming right at me. Yes, you understand, they're right above the trees. If he comes here, he's going to see me. It's an ongoing day-to-day thing with the creatures of the unseen world. That chopper has to do with them. It's humans, but so they're either helping them, monitoring them, marking the bigger worlds, or doing some things that are just completely, because of so much of this is out of our thinking, so could what they're doing be. But if it's within common sense, it's something like that. They're never not here. He's either not here. You guys, look at this. See if I can get that black X up there. They're always out here. Always, every single day. He's just touching the top of the forest. But you guys have been watching it for three years now with that chopper. There's a couple. It's all tinted so you can't see who's flying it. Look at this thing. Here he comes. Who else can film? Special ops. Monitoring Bigfoot while showing the structures that I am. Not even. Here he comes. Oh yeah, he's gonna fly right over us, Elka. Let me get cover. I want to get cover because if he stops, I don't want him to stop doing what he's doing. I want to film this. Oh, come on. You guys, bad human, I think. We don't like him. He turned again. See, he's hovering. They're doing circles. He's 10 feet off the ground, off the top of the trees, going like this, real slow. I mean, I even see them stop completely, and they're looking through the canopy at this. Why? It's not an accident, believe me. What do you want? Oh my God, are you zapped? We're on one of their seats, and she's losing her mind. Hecka, what the hell? What's going on? Are you trying to, is this like, it's like Lassie, she's trying to tell me something. Go ahead, the thing is, I don't care. I'm trying, hey, stop it. I'm trying to let them get me, Hilka. It's okay, I know that they're here, I know. She tells me all the time. When they were outside the other night, oh my God, who was in there? Oh, it was Edgar. My door just opens all by itself. Okay, look. She runs out, she never leaves my trailer, ever, except to go to the bathroom. She comes right back in. She just starts freaking out. The door opens, she runs out and the door closes behind her. Me and Edgar just look at each other and just went back to life. We knew something had just happened. Yeah, please explain that to me just now. What's going on, you guys? She dug a hole and then sat there like a perch. Wow. What the hell, you guys? I'm sitting on a dugout seat. She freaks out on me. She literally, you can see the marks. Right? She literally dug a hole and then sat in it. That is bizarre. Talk about Zapped Nation. Look at that teepee over there. So you guys, I'm really getting closer with them. I really have. I've made a dramatic step this year, just like I promised. I have shown it on the camera, I think, but it's also difficult. That's the hardest part, is conveying what's happening here on this camera. If I had you with me every day, it would be the easiest thing in the world. But to try to capture that, like I said, you're only running the camera for a tiny percentage of the day. And then within that tiny percentage, you have to get things that are almost impossible, which I do. Sorry. I'm waiting for this. I got another spot right here. It's amazing. What did she just do that for, guys? I'm losing my mind. It was like Lassie type stuff, like, you're in trouble, come here.
Olivia's Fund for information and to apply for assistance. Olivia's Fund insures all residents.
Where'd he go? He's right there, guys. I never get to see a bear. There he is. Yay! Oh, you guys have no idea how exciting this is. It's a black bear. Good boy! See how scared they are? You can't get near a bear here if you tried. And you'd never see them in a million years because that's what you'd normally see. And you would swear to God there's no bears near here. They're right in there. I had no idea they were in there. I really didn't think they were in this part. Like, did I think it was possible? Yeah, because I know I find them. Well, I saw that cinnamon like at the top of one of these places once, you know, which is this stuff leading to that, you know. That was so cool. I was just talking to Scott about it. I've seen a bear 3 times in 5 years, and it's all been from the truck. I've never seen one in the woods because, you know, they can smell you a mile away. And when you're in their environment, you don't have to worry, you guys. It's a fear that a society like our governments allow you to have because it keeps your nose out of the forest. They don't want you randomly walking around our forests. Not everyone, because then very soon everyone would know. And that's why they scare you with mountain lions, bears, things like that. And the attacks around the world are like far and few, and all have a unique story, you know, like where some lady was jogging and it was, you know, mistaken identity and, you know, things like that. It's if you're in their environment, you can't get near these creatures. So you have nothing to worry about, okay? About going off trail if you're into this. There's no animals that are going to hurt you while you're in their worlds. They will not allow it, first of all. And when you're in an environment, when you're in their environment, see, people misunderstand. Like in New Jersey, I'll use an example. You see a bear in the deli every morning. You know, you're not thinking in terms. He's in your environment. He's used to people. He's been getting fed there. It's a totally different situation. Even that bear himself, you'd never be able to see him in the woods. You're never going to get close enough in their own environment, is what I'm trying to say. Over now, I'm just so excited. I just filmed a bear. Yay! I know it's not a big deal because all of you guys probably have them in your backyard from time to time. But up here, in the place where you think, well, there's more bears here than anywhere probably in the country, practically, besides like, you know, the other neighboring states like Utah, California, and all those places. I mean, all of us together compared to any other state, I mean, we have more bears than anybody, yet you'll see them less than anybody. It's an amazing thing. So I just got a chance to hang out with Scott. What a pleasure that was. Scott, I'm going to tell Scott before he leaves to watch the next video. So he's talking to another gentleman that just pulled up. So actually, they're actually repairing the bridge. It's not out. It's just technically out. I thought it was like, the sign made me think it was like washed out. So I talked to this guy, Scott. Hey Scott, there you are. What a nice guy. It's very rare where I'm able to give by accident someone a crash course in what I do. This guy absorbed every single word. It was an amazing thing. And now he's going to go watch the video. So can I text you and tell you, you know, I saw the video. I'm like, yeah. So Scott, man, a pleasure to meet you. And I'm just impressed with the mind, your open mind that you have, especially living out here. Because he's from California is probably why. Because anyone that's grown up here has like this, you know, this weird mentality of like they think they know everything about here. You know, even though they've never left a dirt road in their life. You know, they think they know everything. You know, it's amazing. Human egos are amazing to me. All right, let's find somewhere else to go. Guys, guess what? The Black Hawk. He's right behind. He's literally hovering 10 feet over the tree line at the Bigfoot world I'm going to right now. And I'm not exaggerating even by a foot. He is. I'm hoping we can get a better view of him when I get there. They seem to know when I'm around. I'm going pretty fast now so I can get there. Like as soon as I believe it's not visual. I think they have some kind of detection thing in these military secret choppers. Like whether it's heat or, you know, it's just they haven't told us about most of the technologies yet. You guys think that your government is honest with you? They can't be our government if they tell you all our technology. Don't you understand? You'll see the technology that we had now in 30 years if it leaks by accident. Okay, the way we are superpower is by not telling anybody why we're a superpower. All right, over there it is. Gosh darn it! I've been putting the camera on. Okay, so here's what just happened. I was gonna go into a place where I'm a little familiar with, but I also have a special place next to it. They just pushed a tree down, guys. it's happening too much. If I'm gonna go away they don't want me to, or I think it means a bunch of things. In this case, it meant you're going the wrong way. Come in here today. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going with it. I was going in there. I got Helka with me. A nice trident right there. Wow, bear with me today. My plans had to change because of a bridge that was out, apparently. Wait a minute. So there's a giant tree. Just got pushed. There's no wind. It happened within 20 seconds of walking the wrong way. And I was thinking about going in here. I've been waiting to go in here for a long time. Can't promise you anything, okay? But I know that they're starting to push trees down for me to get me either to go one way or not to go another way. It's hard to figure out what they mean. I think in this case, it means, you can see it's right there. Oh, it's raining, don't rain. I don't have a sweatshirt. It's gonna get too cold. I really didn't bring a sweatshirt today. Let's go up there. I gotta go walk. I'm gonna have to walk at least a mile straight uphill here. Am I complaining? Yes, I am. So either you guys didn't want me in there, or these guys are tired of me visiting you guys, even though I haven't seen you this year yet. These guys are really cool in there. I've never seen one yet in this place with my eyes, but of course the timestamps are good and they give me noises in there. Here's the tree. Man, this is brutally uphill, you guys. Let's hope it pays off. It's right there. Going by the direction, how new it looks, it wasn't alive, and of course it came right across what looks like some of their made stuff. I'm almost sure they did it. What do you think? Look how pretty. See, to me, you guys, hold on. Whew, okay, that first, even she's out of breath. That first initial climb is brutal. You guys, this is gonna be special. I know, because only for the fact that I know. Like, there's no question in my mind. Once that tree fell, I knew to come here. There's, you guys, they've been doing it almost every time. It's weird. One year it was all whistles. They never stopped whistling every time. Then it's something else. Then it's something else. Now, they just keep pushing trees over every single time. So confusing. Like, my first day, what made me do all this, I didn't get a tree pushed over, but I got everything else. Anything one could ever hope to see. Them, they barked. I saw my first X, things like that. I don't think it was this one. It was just enough. It must be in my head. That's what I'm thinking, because I was literally just thinking about it and it happened. And they're probably like, oh, here, that's what you need? We can do that. We're allowed to do that. Here we go. All right. You know what? I'm gonna skip all of this stuff, okay? So any preliminary walk-in, let me do the mile now. And I'll turn it on. I'm doing it because I wholeheartedly believe that it's gonna pay off. Like, as far as visuals or something happening. I just know it. Here's another one, you guys. Look at that. It's hanging from it's making a trident. The one hanging is making a trident. And it's hanging off the ground, it's floating. We call those floaters. Because I know it's gonna be that good. If without even seeing anything, I don't always have that. Unbelievable. Good evening. I've been saying that even in the morning lately. So here we go. We got them right there. It's one of them. Remember, there's many different creatures out there. A lot of them have these white eyeballs. I wanted to remind people that when I do a screenshot like this, it cuts the resolution in half. So for people that don't know this or just forget, when it goes, the second it goes back to the regular video or before I stopped it, just pause it, put your smartphone camera on and hold it over and it'll clear things up perfectly. Unbelievable confidence that I have now about what's going to be up here. Give me a minute. Actually, it's going to be, well, yes. When I say give me a sec or a minute, because I know that I could take me 20 hours as long as I put the clip back to back. It's a second for you. Give me a sec. Helka, what did I tell you? Even Helka didn't believe me. I knew it. I don't know what I know yet, but you guys, this is all I have to see. Hold on, I'm actually emotional today for some reason now. I am. You guys, you don't understand what a blessing it is to be able to be guided into some of these places. I don't expect you to understand. Yeah, such a Trident X. By the way, Hoka, stay so still. She eats the bugs. So if there's a mosquito, you guys look. Okay. What'd I tell you? I knew. I have never... Wow, what the hell is that? I have, not the noise, but that. I have never been here. Or even close. I've been wanting to come up here because it's blind. You can't, that's one of the reasons I'm like, all right, well, let me go somewhere I know I can get a great video. Here, I kind of knew I would, but I didn't know for sure. You guys, seriously, I'm emotional right now. Look at this. I can't even deal with it mentally. So I got to meet a new friend today, Scott. What a nice gentleman. He's 54. We're living opposite lives. He just had his kids. And I'm like, you know, that's all right. He worked for Club Med for 17 years, he said. And he said he loved it. You know, he got to travel all over. And I just never quite met a guy on the side of the road that was that nice. So, an unbelievable Trident X, and this is, not only is the Trident a double, but it's unbelievable, and it's field gold into another Trident on the other side. Tridents on both sides, and then of course you can always look at the base to know for sure. Yo, they know, dude. Seriously. These birds are trained to make noises, and squirrels. I said that he stopped. Not even kidding. Emotional right now. Because you know why I'm emotional? Because first of all, that's a Trident X, okay? Secondly, it's the sickest Trident X I've ever seen. The coolest, sickest. I don't know where I came up with that. It's like something you say when you're like 10. Mom, it's the sickest bike. I gotta get it. That's something beyond special right there. Woody woodpecker. Okay, so there's no... Let me give you, before we go on here, I'm going to be here for oh so long today, okay? Probably till right before dark. I'm just going to go way, way up there. So here's what I'm seeing now. I'm trying to make a decision, because here's where I really don't get it a lot of... Well, actually, I do sometimes. If I really start to go the right way or the wrong way, I could get a noise. But here's what I'm seeing besides all the obvious and the ground stuff and, you know, the bends and stuff like that, is this. All kinds of noises. Not that bird, not just that thing next to me, but like wood knock type stuff. Okay, so that's a beautiful structure there. You can see all the ground connections connected to it. Usually when you see the most ground connections, that's most likely their main power grid, as wrong as that term might be. They gotta be above the bigger ones. They gotta be. Remember, I'm Colorado Bigfoot, and they know I'm Colorado Bigfoot. So trying to film them, which I've been doing a pretty damn good job of lately, because I see them first. It's a challenge, because you better believe they know who I am. Why would that be hard for anyone to believe? I'm the most famous person they know. There is no one that's, at least up here, I mean, they've heard of me, believe me. They all know me. Even places I haven't been, they know. the human that comes and looks at their work. Believe me, it's them that started all this, not me. We'll get into that one year. So here's what I'm seeing. That's about it. Okay, so let's go. Basically what I wanted to do besides showing you what I'm seeing is it's my way of showing you that I'm just doing a couple zooms without thinking about it. That's all. Don't be out here thinking you want to film them. Okay, it's something that it's been easy for me because I don't. I really don't. If I do, great, but it's not a priority. I'm not here to try to make $1 million. That would be nice too. But it's not. They know wholeheartedly that's not why I'm here. I'm here for reasons that you can't even comprehend yet as a person. Okay, so now becomes the hard part, okay? Whenever they do, whenever they push a tree down or put a big roll a big boulder down an embankment or whatever they do to get me to go in that spot, it's not just to show you that amazing structure right there. There's something back here they want me to find. Some unique structure maybe I've never had the opportunity to film before, or some reason, and I'm not seeing that yet. And it could be anywhere, you know? It's the hardest part about this, just at this point, in this stage. Like, at the beginning, this was good enough. I'm happy. I just filmed me that right there and go home so happy. But we're beyond that now. You can't get beyond this, but it's all this, and we want to take this beyond. Look, how could there be two, right? Trying to film slow. It's impossible. And they practically touch each other. It's actually not it's connected actually that way. But that one is close, and it goes all the way over to the other one. I mean, you guys push a tree. So what I was telling them off camera, I'm like, you guys, you got to give me something for me. I know I got to keep going. I'm just at the mile marker. I got up a mile. I'm not kidding, I'm up a mile. You can see the mile just looking that way. So where do I go is the question. I'm just kind of talking out loud. I'm calming my nerves because my arms are just super jacked right now with goosebumps, and my hairs are just standing on end. I don't know why. It's just a knowing thing. They're here. I can't explain it. Let's go. How exciting. Wow. So there's no doubt that they're off camera. They're definitely here. They're watching me. I did my thing. I'm like, that's an X, by the way, guys, right there. I think that's where I'm heading, that way. This is a great time for timestamps because they know how slow I have to get there. And these guys, some of these guys may not want to change or do anything unless I'm going to actually go right into them. This camera's working really well today. I think I'm under their influence, okay? I'm not going to use the word zapped anymore. Seats right there. I know I am because I'm talking about things in life. I'm going completely off the subject and talking about gay people and Black Lives Matter, things like that. What it really should be, let me make up the abbreviation. It should be NRM. That should be the new nothing really matters, okay? If these idiots would realize that, and you guys would realize that, you'd be that much more ahead of yourself, okay? In the vast, I don't want to sound negative, okay? But in a sense, it's true, okay? In the vast scheme of things, our little common, simple, nobody lives, except for the impressions that we make on our friends and families and our children, which is a big exception, are meaningless. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to tell you is, soon the day you die, I'm very willing to believe that you still love, but I think it's on a higher level. You realize that the human emotions are just inconsequential. Like they're ridiculous, okay? And that's one of the reasons that we're human. But I truly believe that once you leave this body, you will see things in a whole new light. And you will also, that's why there's people, you know, they even say like, you know, your wife is what your passed away husband or wife is waiting for you. And even his other wives are there waiting. It doesn't matter, because once you get beyond a human, you don't need those emotions. Do I know that for sure? Absolutely not. It's one of the things I'm working on here, actually. Because remember, we're faith, they're fact. They know all that for a fact. You guys get, I'm a person, right? Like, I have to walk 5 miles that way. You guys could just help me or something. That's the thing, like, there's times even when I walked, I turned around, I know, like a couple years ago, I knew I was going this one place. They were guiding me the entire way. Would knock. It doesn't get as blatant as that anymore, typically. And then finally I realized I'm like 4 miles straight out into this oblivion. And I had to keep going and going. And I know they weren't trying to trick me. They could have took me right there. They just wanted me to see something special. That's all I've been asking for. Not this, but like one of their secret pyramids, something like that. And eventually I told them, I was like, guys, I have to turn around. Because they don't really, I don't know what they know about that, but like it was becoming way too far for me. And I remember, you know, never forgiving myself because I knew that I had to spend the night if I kept going. And I was like, you know what, even if it's the Noah's Ark or something, I'm not, which I believe they already found, I'm not gonna, I gotta turn around. And as I turned around, I got one really loud one, like, hey, you gotta keep coming. I was like, I know, but I can't. All right, I'll shut up, I'm zapped. You know I'm zapped because I can't show you the stuff. So instead of making a 2-hour video, I'm kind of looking around, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff like that with probably some timestamps. You guys, that is amazing. That might even be what they want me to say. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one thing they know is how, it's the one thing that one of the things that I think we have in common is we both appreciate humans and them. Oh, wow, look at that. We both appreciate, you guys, it's getting good. And I'm not leaving. That's a trail marker bent into an X. We both appreciate beauty. There's no question in my mind about that. And they know when I see what happens to me, especially if it's true about how the telepathy and stuff, they know. I think it is, guys. It's been talked about in every aspect. Every being we've ever discussed in this world. Aliens, blah, 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 abductions. No one has ever not mentioned some sort of or form of telepathy. It's just one of those denials. You know, it's built into you, so you're not going to believe it. Why don't you just try believing it? You have nothing to lose. No one fooled you. You're actually being fooled already. So believing it is you being smart. That's all it is. Man, are there some not smart people in the world. It's unbelievable. I'm not even smart. I just get it. I'm smart in my own little way, I guess. I'm street smart. This is the streets. Come to my turf. I'm Forest smart. Seat right there. Helka's on the seat, basically. It's hard with the shadows. There's your backup. Here's the seat. It's been used recently. X's. You know, there's a trident. Within feet of me somewhere, there's the decoration. This isn't Bigfoot, that's why. It might be, but they got big feet, I can tell you that. Look at that one. Look at that. It doesn't look exactly like it does on the camera. I'm not ruining it. Helka, what's here? Helka, what's this? What's this? Smell that. Smell that. Go get it. Go find me more. You guys, look at this place. I'm going to make this video as quickly as I can. But it's going to be tough because it's starting to get too good. You guys, that's right over the seat. Don't you want to just chill with this guy? while he's sitting on his seat. There's no way to get there. This guy could eat a 7-course meal and then even take a napkin and like clean his lips before you even began to approach his area. That's if he had no abilities at all. Here he comes. He's coming right at me. Yes, you understand, they're right above the trees. If he comes here, he's going to see me. There's something over here. Watch. To make it look like I'm looking somewhere else. I can't really quite. There it is. There's something to our right, and she's obsessed with it. Watch. Of course, I don't like camera on stops. Then something hurt her. She was sitting right next to me, a little further away. She goes, "Rrr, rrr, rrr," like it hurt her, and then she stopped barking, and then she's been sitting there like all like kind of shaken up a little bit. I just gave her tons of water. She's fine, but she's aware of them. You guys, look at the disturbances I didn't even notice till just now, right there. We're literally sitting on one of their seats, and something happened here. So here's one of the tough questions. Can he be right here? Sometimes, like, is there ones that could just, no matter what, they could just walk right through you? I have never experienced anything like that, and I don't think so. As far as they go, they're just as physical as me and you using tricks. They're actually using technology. They're ahead of us, guys. There's an app for that. Okay, so I've been in the seat for 20 minutes. I had the Helka thing. She still has something going on with something over there. She never strays from me. The only time I've ever seen anything her act weird out here is when we're on the seats. She got the poop that one time, and then this is only the second time I've been out there alone. She didn't give me a choice. I'm kind of glad she's here with me. I don't think it has any bearing whatsoever on what I do. That I can tell, I don't think she's not an issue for them. Okay. I think you could have the meanest attack dog in the world, and if it smelt them and saw them, if they wanted, that thing would come back with its tail between its legs crying like a little baby. Okay, these guys are the baddest ass mother freakers ever to exist on this earth, okay? And nothing phases them. You gotta stop thinking in terms of people. You know, your killer German Shepherd is gonna protect you out there. You're smoking crack if you think that German Shepherd's helping you out with these guys, okay? Here's the good news. They love that German Shepherd. They love Helka. They love nature. They love animals. It's what they are. They're from that. So your dog, they have no problem with that dog. They just look at it and it turns into their best friend. Look at this teepee. Look at this over here. Give me a second. Okay, I think I figured out. I'm on the way to this teepee thing. The Blackhawk's right there. I think you can hear him, but it's just right there. But the trees block it from the camera. What he's doing, he's going real slow. He's looking in the canopy, and he's going like this. Here he comes. You can see him. You can hear him. He's coming like this. He'll turn. He'll go back. They're covering every square inch of certain areas. Every square inch. So he's circling to cover the ground of everything. He comes into perfect sound range, and then he turns, and here he comes. He was just here, like literally right where I am, so I don't think he's going to come back here, but he might. He's turning again. He came close that time. How can you explain that? Where do these guys get the fuel? Like, he'll be out here for hours and hours. I don't know what the runtime on those things are, but he's not even, like, refueling that I can tell. It's incredible. Like, I'm guessing helicopters have bigger fuel tanks than I realized. Especially because I think that's twin-turbo diesels. Oh, he's running on diesel. Probably why he gets a longer time up there. But still, like, 4 hours, 5 hours flight times? I didn't think a chopper like that could do that. Look at this, you guys. My video's horrible because you guys, I have to be honest with you, I've been energy overloaded the entire time. Okay, this time I know it. She's smelling that ice. She doesn't do anything unless she smells something. Why don't you try to lift up the X? She smells them for sure. Remember, she lives on a farm. She's not gonna, unless it's something unusual, she's not gonna really try to smell it. She's used to cows, horses, other animals, cats. So, if she's got a scent, it's more than likely probably some kind of a creature out here. There's the teepee structure. It's unbelievable. Wow, what a bizarre day. Here he comes again. Oh, there's two. There's two. There's one to my left and one to my right. He's right there. See, he's in this world. He's literally in the same world. He's just right there, but not even maybe half a mile. Right above the trees. You got to see this thing. It's a black. It's not a Black Hawk. It's like a shorter. It's a twin turbo, special ops, blackened out thing with like $1 million of equipment taped to the bottom. Yeah, like they duct taped $1 million of equipment. That thing's using technology you haven't even heard about yet. I promise you that. They won't tell you. You're not going to know what our technologies are, because they know you're happy with, the new Samsung Galaxy Note. They do pretty good with, it's awfully dark with the camera, but so do the Samsungs too. I'm a Samsung guy all the way. I think that they're better phones. I think that the by far the screens are better looking. You have the side. You can see your screen from the side. You can't compare. iPhone, it's just another trick. It's another brainwashing the iPhone. You were told to wait in line for 3 days before each release, so you did. Not you, but most people, like they don't even know what they're waiting for. It's nothing. It's no better than any other phone in the world. It's a cult, Apple. That's all it is. What you're doing is financing the New World Order and the Illuminati. That's all you're paying for. Okay. All right, you guys, that was a crazy day. I think you got a little bit of, like, with Helka telling me something's going on, and she's sitting next to me, like, literally making me deaf with how loud her bark is. She's been very aware and very alert recently. Usually she's only worried about me and where I'm. See, she won't move. She won't leave me. She's not scared. She's just loyal. She just has been taught, look, if I move, stop. If I move, stop. If I move, it's like so annoying. Like, Helka, go play. Go smell me some Sam Squanches. So on top of that right there, there's a seat right there. Absolutely amazing. They didn't give me anything. Like, they pushed the tree to tell me to come in here. I'm not kidding. And I don't think I found it yet. Maybe it was that cool structure, a couple of the cool structures I found, but I'm not leaving yet. I'm not convinced that's it. That's not. They didn't push a tree over so I could see that structure. They wanted me in here, and so far I don't think I have a reason, so I'm gonna keep going. Look at him coming through right here. Look at that footprint, you guys. Helka, oh my God, you just walked on my footprint. Helka, come over here, over, come. She walked, you can still see it. It's all disturbed. It's unusual in these places. They are in here on purpose, but they mulch so much under the X's. Look at that, it's hard to believe. Not only just there, there's footprints everywhere. Look right here. I don't know if the camera can see them, but they're everywhere. Right there, right there, right there. He definitely walked out. He really sank there because it's, I think from rain, like it's a little deeper here or something. See, it's deeper. Okay, thanks, Elka. She literally stepped in the footprint twice. And it comes right through here. Here's where they walk, guys, okay? Here's where they walk, not where you think they would. In fact, everything they do is not what you think. I've told you over and over, this operates, listen, how we're fooled is so very easy, okay? It's all common sense, okay? You can trick any human being except for me. I'm the only one that, with logic and common sense. There must be a logical explanation. Doesn't that piss you off? Like, if you're one of us, doesn't that that starts to get me like pissed? Like, how are you that dumb? But then also look who I am and look what I've done in 5 years. I was probably that same person 5 years, not quite, but I think I always got life a little bit more than most people. Yeah. Like your average, just like all of us. Just a little bit more than your average Joe, you know? All that guy's been taught is that he's got to get a good job, and he needs a hot wife, and he's going to get divorced in 20 years, and he's got to have this, and he's got to keep up. He only cares what car he has and what his neighbor got and what he does for, hey, what do you do for a living? What do I do for a living? What do you do? You go to a soccer game in Mendham, New Jersey, it's like, it's unbelievable. Oh, do you live in the township or the borough? Like, she's trying to gauge your... Both are very wealthy, but the township is more wealthy. So if you're in the borough, even though you could have a $30 million house, here he comes. I knew it. Come on, baby. He was right there. Darn it, he was right there. And then he turned again. Because they're covering all ground. They're dealing with these guys. He can see them, guys, right now. He sees them all. That's what I think. I told him, bad human probably. Unless it's something I don't know about. Maybe they're constantly making drops for them, things like that. Who knows? You know, it could be a million different things. Just because Black Ops is up here circling doesn't mean... It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. I think most of our minds flock to that immediately, but it could be something else. Maybe they're dropping bubble yum at each play. I mean, who knows what it is. That's why we got to get him right there. He doesn't see me. I'm just like tucked in, and we can film exactly what he's doing. What do you want to bet? They come knock on my door after that video. Let's see if I can get through here. Just by showing you this incredible structure. I've been zapped out of my brain, and I'm going into like these crazy, like, we'll have to see what I edit and what I don't. Like unbelievable tangents of like, when I should be showing the structure, I'm just going off about the world and things, and like things I don't even want to talk about. That's when I know they got me. Look at the trail markers, guys. I mean, it's unreal. There's two facing us, so they're hard to see, but they're right there. Those are both trail markers. Get away from me. Look at that one. I filmed some of the best trail markers in these areas. X. I mean, where the hell did that come from? That's a trident right there. Upside down branch that makes an X. Pretty cool. I got through it without freaking out. Look at that. What say you, Helka? What say you?